Imagine you're at a presentation and there's a presenter on stage and the presenter is selling something and then they immediately say, go to the back of the room and buy. And you look around and people all around you jump out of their seats and they run to the back of the room and they start signing up for whatever the presenter is selling. You're gonna look and you're gonna be like, oh wow, there's a lot of people buying this, right? But what if I told you that the people that jumped up were actually plants? They were actually paid by the presenter to, when the presenter says go buy, they jump out of their seats, they go back to the back of the room. Some of them even sprint to the back of the room and they pretend to sign up. This is called shilling and it is illegal. And the reason it's illegal is because it works so well, because the power of social proof is very, very powerful. Everybody wants to do what everybody's doing and nobody wants to do what nobody's doing. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you how to use social proof in a way that's actually legal, that won't get you thrown in jail, but has the same effect. And this is the same strategy that I have used for years to grow my business. And I can tell you firsthand that it works very, very well. In fact, Bizarre Voice Network found that when any business, and this includes law firms, gets over 200 reviews, their revenue will increase by 44%. So I want you to think about this. If you made $1 million last year and you didn't have 200 reviews, if you focus on getting reviews, you should make about $1.4, $1.5 million next year just because of social proof. That is how powerful social proof is. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to get more social proof, and I'm also going to show you how to use reviews, social proof, testimonials. When I say those words, by the way, they're all one and the same. I'm going to show you how to use them to make more money. Now, the first thing we need to understand is that there's different types of social proof. There's written testimonials, and then there's video testimonials, and then there's structured testimonials. So I'm going to take you through all three of these so that you can figure out how do you actually capture the testimonials. And then I'm going to show you how you can actually use the testimonials and the reviews and the social proof to actually make more money. So let's talk about the three types of testimonials. The first is ugly reviews. Now, a lot of times when I go to lawyers' websites, I see these testimonials that are written on the page and they're formatted by the website developer to blend into the website. Now, the reason I don't like these is because of the fact that they are obviously rewritten by the person who built the website, which means that you could write anything. Like, you could fake these reviews. You could say, this person won me $1 bajillion. And really, how are we to know it's real or if it's fake? What I like doing is using something that I call ugly reviews. Now, ugly reviews are screenshots of things that you've captured in the wild. So for example, maybe a client sends you a text message. Now, obviously there's going to be confidential information that you might need to get out of there, but a screenshot of a message from a happy client is going to be very, very valuable. Or what if somebody sends you a message on social media or leaves a comment on one of your posts or anything like that? Anything that actually is a screenshot from a platform that people will recognize, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or your Google business profile, you can take screenshots from there, or text message or WhatsApp or Facebook DM, Facebook Messenger, whatever it is. I like using screenshots from those places, and I call them ugly testimonials because they're not the prettiest in the world, because sometimes the sizes get wonky, sometimes they get pixelated, whatever it is, but they are real. They actually look real and they're much more believable than something that you recreated. So those are ugly reviews or ugly testimonials. Now, the second type of review that I absolutely love is video reviews. And video reviews are very, very important because you can use them in multiple different places. And I'm going to tell you about where you can use them in a minute. But how do you capture video reviews? Well, there's a couple ways. One thing you can do is you can literally just pull your phone out and interview your clients, or you can interview them over Zoom. Those are the two ways to get video testimonials, video reviews. And the way that I like to do it is I like to do it interview style. And what that means is that I will ask them a series of questions, and I'll make sure that when they answer the question, they answer it in a way that my voice or my question can be removed so that we can basically just stitch together the review in just their responses, and anybody watching who has not heard the questions will still know exactly what they're talking about. And the way that you need to do that is you need to instruct them to answer the question in a way that almost repeats the question so that anybody watching will know what the question was. So for example, if you say, what's your favorite color? They should not just say blue. They should say, you know, the reason my favorite color is blue, or the reason I love the color blue is because blah, blah, blah. So that's the example that I always give, and it always seems to work very well. So, and don't be afraid if they don't answer the question correctly to interrupt them and have them do it again. It's very, very important for the end edit of the video. Now, there's 6 questions that I will ask them, and I ask them in this very specific order, and then I edit in a different order. So question number 1 is, what was the problem that you had before you came to our law firm? Question number 2 is, why did you pick our law firm over all the other firms in the market? Question number 3 is, what did we do for you? Question number 4 is, what were the results? And question number 5 is, how did these results impact your life? Now, those are the first 5 questions, and those are going to take them through the journey of their entire experience with you. So the beginning, what was the problem I had? You know, why they picked you? What happened during the course of the case? What were the results, and how did those results actually impact them in the real world? And then there's one last question that I love asking, and that question is there anything else that you'd like to share? Now, the reason I ask this question and the reason I ask it last is because they're warmed up. They've gone through kind of the mental journey of their entire case. So sometimes this question number 6, is there anything else you'd like to share, will give you such a great testimonial that you actually ditch the rest of the testimonial and you just use the answer to that question. Sometimes you don't get anything out of question number 6, but more than likely what's going to happen is you're going to get 1 or 2 sound bites from question 6 that are going to be fantastic to sprinkle somewhere into the rest of the interview. So that's why you ask that question. Now, when you're editing the video, you want to send the video to a video editor and you want to edit the question in the following order: question 4, question 5, questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to sprinkle some sound bites from question 6 in there somewhere. You're just going to have to give the video editor instructions on where you want them. Now, the reason that you do 4, 5 at the beginning and then 4, 5 again at the end is because sometimes people are not going to watch the entire video. So you want to make sure that they get the result right up front. But then also, if they do watch the entire video, it would be kind of weird if you left the end result off. So that's why you put it in there twice. Don't worry about having it twice. If they made it that far, they're pretty committed, and it's going to feel awkward if the video ends without the result anyway. So those are your video reviews. You can do those, and they're super, super easy to get. Just use your cell phone or use Zoom. It works really, really well. Now, the third type of review is going to be your structured reviews. These are like reviews on your Google business profile or your Yelp profile or different things like that. Anywhere where they actually go to a platform and enter the review on the platform. Those are going to be your structured reviews. Now let's talk about how to use these reviews and the social proof to actually make money. The first way that you can use them to make money is by putting them on your landing pages and on your website. If you are running Google ads, if you're running Facebook ads, heck, even on your website, be sure to put lots of video testimonials and written testimonials, I like in the form of ugly reviews. And the reason that we do video and written is because some people like to read and some people like to watch videos. So I always want to make sure that I'm appealing to both audiences so that I don't miss out on one because I have a preference, right? I prefer to watch videos, but that doesn't mean that everybody likes to watch videos. Some people like to read testimonials. So I want to make sure that I appeal to everybody. And when you do that, that's going to increase your conversion rates. It always increases your conversion rates when you add lots of social proof to your pages. Now, the second way that you can use reviews to make more money is by sending your reviews to people before your consultations. If people come into your office for a consultation, or maybe you schedule Zoom consultations, send them testimonials beforehand of people that were in similar situations as they were, because people are much more likely to believe that you can help them if they have evidence that you've already helped other people that are similar to them. This makes it so that they're much more likely and more persuaded to hire you when they actually come in for the consultation or the sales call. Now, the third way that you can use reviews to grow your law firm is to run reviews as remarketing ads. Now, what is remarketing? Remarketing is when somebody comes in contact with your website or your landing page, or maybe they even just engage with one of your social media posts. You can immediately tell Facebook to start showing them more videos and more ads and things like that. So I always have Facebook and Instagram and Google show social proof, show testimonial videos and written testimonials once somebody lands on my landing page, because I want to just hammer them with social proof over and over and over again. And if you've ever gone to one of my websites or interacted with one of my pages on social media, you'll see that you're going to get lots and lots of social proof from me, lots of clients and testimonials and different things like that, because it works really well. And this is one of the best ways that you can spend your advertising dollars, is by showing social proof and testimonials and reviews to people who have already come to your page. Now, the fourth way that you can use social proof and testimonials to make more money is by enhancing your Google business profile. Most people don't realize that there's 3 things that Google uses to determine where you show up in the Google 3-pack. And the Google 3-pack is where phone calls come from. If you want to get phone calls for your law firm, you must show up in the Google 3-pack. The first thing that they use is proximity to the searcher. How close are you to the person who's actually searching? Now, there's not a whole lot you can do about that, so we're not going to talk about that. The second thing is prominence. How prominent are you on the internet? And that means like what websites link to you. Do you have your business profiles filled out like Avo and Yelp and FindLaw and Justia and all those different profiles? And you need to make sure that your name, address, and phone number is the same as it is on your Google business profile. Now, the third thing that they use is relevancy. How relevant are you to the thing that the searcher is looking for? And they determine relevancy in 2 areas. The first is your website content, but anybody can say anything on their website. So Google knows that. So they actually use reviews, social proof, your Google reviews as a form of determining relevancy. So it's very, very important that you have words, phrases, keywords, and synonyms on your reviews that are going to make it so that you rank higher in Google. So how do you get those words, phrases, keywords, and synonyms in the reviews? Well, what you want to do is you want to prompt your clients when you're asking them to leave a review. So what I always recommend is sending a client an email that says, a lot of times people want to leave a review, but they're not sure exactly what to say. We have found that the most helpful reviews answer the following 5 questions. Question number 1, what was the problem that you had before you came to our law firm? Question number 2, why did you pick us over all the other firms in the market? Question number 3, what did we do for you? Question number 4, what were the results? And question number 5, how did these results impact your life? And if you send an email with these questions, what's going to happen is, first of all, you're going to get more reviews, because a big reason people don't leave reviews is because writer's block. They just don't know what to say. But what that's also going to do is that's going to make sure that they're telling a story, a beginning, middle, and end. And it's going to give you a very, very good review. And it's going to naturally get those words, phrases, keywords, and synonyms in your reviews so that you're going to rank higher. And because you're telling impactful stories in your reviews, when people see those reviews, they're going to read them and they're going to convert, because your reviews are actually telling stories and because people are going to see their story in the review. And when you do this consistently and get lots and lots of reviews, you're going to see your law firm's rankings skyrocket, which means that your phone calls are going to skyrocket, which means that your new clients are going to skyrocket. It works really, really well. I've seen it over and over and over again. If there was one thing I could do for every single client that we have about 600 law firms that we do their marketing for. If there's one thing I could do for all of them, it would be to give them 200 Google reviews that follow this format on their Google business profile, because it would be the easiest marketing job in the world, right? So if you can do one thing for yourself, get 200 Google business reviews. I promise you, you will not regret it. Now, let's talk about negative reviews. Did you know that negative reviews can actually make you money as well? Well, in 2 ways. The first way is that negative reviews actually validate your positive reviews. People don't believe that your Google reviews are real if there's only 5 stars and no negative. In fact, Forrester did a study and they found something like 85% of people don't believe that 5-star reviews are real if they're not accompanied by more critical reviews. So if you get a 1-star review, don't freak out. Respond to it, but don't freak out, because it'll actually validate your 5-star reviews. Now, the second way that negative reviews make you money is they do actually allow you to identify if there are some problems with your service. Now, I'm not talking about the crazy people, the people that you never represented that left you a review. I'm talking about people that have legitimate complaints. If somebody says, I called their firm and the receptionist was rude and hung up on me, that's probably something you should look into. And the truth is that only 5% of people complain publicly. So if one person complains about it, you can pretty much bet that there's at least 19 other people who have had that exact same problem. Jay Baer, in his book, Hug Your Haters, says to get more 5-star reviews, you must get more 1-star reviews. And what that means is that to improve your service and provide a better service, you have to figure out where the holes in your service are. Because let's be honest, we run businesses and our businesses are run by people. AI hasn't gotten there yet. And people are going to make mistakes, especially as you start adding employees and get bigger and different things like that. You can't be involved in everything. So there's inevitably going to be problems where people are going to make mistakes and it's going to result in a 1-star review, and people need to be retrained. So the nice thing is that once you identify those issues, then you can fix the issue and it'll turn it into a 5-star experience in the future. So this is how you can use reviews and social proof to grow your law firm and make more money. And don't do shilling, because shilling will land you in a jail cell somewhere. But all this other stuff I told you about is perfectly legal, and I have personally used it to grow a multi-8-figure business as well as a multi-7-figure supplement company. So go out, use the social proof, and I will talk to you guys next time.